Hello everyone, and welcome back to your own YouTube channel, Jam Crypto. Today we are back with another important update on LAB token. If you are holding LAB token, planning to buy it, or simply following its price action, make sure you watch this video until the end, because the current market situation is extremely important. As you can see on the chart, LAB token is currently trading around $0.08542. Which represents a decline of roughly 7% over the last 24 hours. The most concerning part is not only the daily price decline, but also the significant drop in market capitalization. The market cap has fallen from around $65 million to approximately $38 million within just 1 week. This clearly shows that LAB token is currently under heavy selling pressure. The price has experienced a major dump, and investors are now asking one important question. Can LAB token recover from these levels, or could another major decline be waiting ahead? Before we continue, I want to clarify something from my previous video, because there appears to be some confusion in the community. In yesterday's video, I explained that if LAB token eventually starts recovering after this major correction and manages to move toward the $1 level, it could potentially take several months. I was explaining a possible scenario, not guaranteeing that LAB token would reach $1. Some people understood that statement as me saying that LAB token will definitely reach $1. That is not what I said. My analysis has always been based on probabilities, market conditions, liquidity, and price action. Nobody can guarantee where a highly volatile cryptocurrency will trade in the future. In fact, I have repeatedly discussed the supply and distribution concerns surrounding LAB token. When a cryptocurrency has a significant amount of supply concentrated among larger holders, strong price increases can sometimes create opportunities for those holders to take profits. If whales start selling into rallies, that selling pressure can make it difficult for the price to maintain a sustainable upward trend. This is one of the biggest risks I see with LAB token. At the same time, we cannot completely ignore the volatility of the crypto market. Cryptocurrency prices can move much faster than traditional markets. A token that experiences a massive decline can also experience a sharp recovery if new investors enter, positive news arrives, liquidity increases, or the project delivers something meaningful. So, could LAB token eventually recover toward $1? It is possible in a highly bullish scenario, but I would not treat that as a guaranteed target. If a recovery begins, the token would first need to rebuild momentum, recover important resistance levels, attract buyers, and establish a stronger market structure. A move toward $1 from the current price would require an extremely significant increase, so investors should remain realistic about the amount of momentum and capital that would be required. Looking at the current chart, LAB token is trading around $0.085. Which is approximately 8 rupees when converted into Indian currency. This is clearly a very weak area compared with the much higher levels seen previously. And if you remember our previous videos, we were already discussing the possibility of a major correction. The market has now delivered that correction, and LAB token is currently sitting close to its lower levels. But the next question is even more important. What is happening with the LAB ecosystem itself? Let's take a look at the latest activity and announcements. According to the recent update discussed by the project, the claim process for certain staking rewards is now live. Users who are eligible can connect their wallet through the official LAB application and claim their available rewards. The claim window is also important because it gives eligible participants a specific period in which they can access their rewards. However, there is another factor that traders need to consider. Whenever tokens or rewards become available to users, some participants may decide to sell them. If a large number of holders receive tokens and immediately sell them on the market, additional supply can enter the market and create further selling pressure. This does not mean that the price must continue falling, but it is certainly something investors should monitor carefully. The basic principle is simple. More available supply, combined with weak demand, can create additional pressure on price. This is especially important when the overall market structure is already bearish. Now, let's look at what some LAB holders are saying. One example circulating in the community involves a user who reportedly had a large allocation with a paper value of approximately $5.6 million. However, the amount that became available through the unlock or claim process was only around $3,219. This example highlights a very important concept in crypto. Paper value is not the same as realized money. If your wallet displays tokens worth millions of dollars based on the current market price, that does not automatically mean you can sell those tokens for millions of dollars. Why? Because liquidity matters. If you attempt to sell a very large position in a relatively small market, your own selling can push the price lower. The displayed value in your wallet may therefore be significantly different from the amount you could realistically receive from selling the entire position. This is something every crypto investor needs to understand. Market capitalization, wallet value, and actual liquidity are three different things. A token can show a large valuation on paper while having relatively limited liquidity available for large sellers. That is why investors should never look at the number displayed in a wallet and automatically assume that amount represents cash they can withdraw immediately. For LAB tokens specifically, the current decline in market capitalization is something we need to monitor closely. If the market cap continues falling while trading volume remains weak, it could indicate that buyers are not yet strong enough to absorb the available selling pressure. On the other hand, if LAB begins showing strong volume, higher lows, and successful breaks above important resistance levels, that could be the first indication that market sentiment is beginning to improve. So, what should traders watch from here? First, watch the 8-cent area closely, because LAB is currently trading near that zone. A clean breakdown below important support, especially with strong selling volume, could indicate that sellers remain firmly in control. Second, watch for a recovery accompanied by increasing volume. A price increase without meaningful volume can sometimes be unreliable. Third, pay attention to token unlocks, claims, staking activity, and the behavior of large holders. And finally, do not make decisions based only on one bullish or bearish prediction. The crypto market can change very quickly. Right now, LAB token remains under significant pressure, and the chart does not yet provide enough confirmation to confidently say that the bottom is in. At the same time, we should not assume that every decline will continue forever. If buyers return and the project produces meaningful developments, the market structure can change. For now, the most important thing is patience and risk management. If you are already holding LAB token, understand your risk before making any decision. If you are thinking about entering, avoid assuming that a lower price automatically means the token is cheap. A price can continue falling even after a major correction. And remember, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always conduct your own research and understand the risks before investing in any cryptocurrency. So, what do you think about LAB token at the current price around $0.085? Do you believe the token can recover from here? Or do you think another major dump is still possible? And if you have participated in LAB staking, let us know in the comments how much you were able to claim. If you found this analysis useful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next LAB token update. Thanks so much for watching.